Hi, friend. How are you doing? It's good to see you again. Today, let's explore this statement. Both are true. Both are true. Now, I have a family member who our perspectives never match. And our takeaways from whatever we go through in life never match up. And for a long time, I really struggled with this. The fact that she was never going to see things my way, and I was never going to see things her way. But then one day I realized that I couldn't change the way she saw things. And she wasn't going to change my mind on the way things were. And when I was able to see that and accept that, it helped us find so much more peace. And it made our relationship a lot easier. And it made me more at peace because I was no longer trying to change her. And she may have still been trying to change me, but because I was able to be at peace with the fact that we had different viewpoints and different perspectives. Because of this, I was able to just be okay and exist in my point of view and let her have hers. And that was a situation where there are two different realities. There was her reality that she lived in, and there was my reality. And both realities could coexist, and it's okay. And it's okay. That's the big thing. It's okay for these two realities to coexist. Now, in that situation, it really was really hard for me to accept her reality because she is my family and I wanted what was best for her, and I thought I knew what was best for her, which was my mistake. But I wanted to see her so happy. And when it's people that you love and you care about, it can be so difficult to accept these differing perspectives because you have emotional investment in these people. And these people, their actions can affect you. But being able to sit back and say, it's okay for them to have their point of view, and it's okay to have mine. And both point of views, they can coexist. Being able to sit back helped me have a sense of being anchored in myself and helped me be okay with the fact that other people's had their point of view as well. And another reason why our brain can have such a difficult time with accepting these different realities is because our brain likes to compartmentalize. Our brain likes to compartmentalize things. It just makes things easier for us. It's a coping mechanism, and it helps us draw boundaries. For example, an example of compartmentalization is when you're not at work, you don't think about work stuff. Now, some of you might do that still, but it's usually a good rule of thumb to leave work at work so you're not bringing the stress home. But it is a good defense mechanism we have. The problem is that when this is too rigid, our brain is drawing these lines too hard, it can cause us a bit of pain. I had this friend who did something that was dishonest. And for a long time, I struggled with her action because I didn't understand why I couldn't support her action. And it was something that was conflicting in my brain because it didn't fit into the compartments my brain made, right? So her dishonest action in my mind, that dishonesty equaled a bad person. But I knew that she wasn't a bad person. She was a good person. And I knew that she was in pain. And therefore, she did something dishonest, right? And my brain wasn't, for a really long time, wasn't able to understand, oh, good people can do bad stuff, you know, or good people can, like, in my brain, it was good people will always do these actions, right? I wasn't able to understand that for a bit. And it wasn't until I sat back for a while. I sat back and was like, I had to look at the situation and realize, yes, she did something dishonest, but it was because she was in a lot of pain, right? And when I was able to accept that truth, it was able to lessen the pain for me that I had. And that just shows that when you're holding too hard onto, you know, this person let me rephrase it. When you're holding too hard onto the lines of this person is a good person and therefore they can't do this, or that person's a bad person and therefore they can't do good actions, it can actually create more distress in your brain when you see something that is conflicting your belief of people. And that brings me to the very last point. The very last point is that, oh shoot, sorry, there was a little bug that flew by. So that was the situation where both can be true. She was a good person, but she did a bad action, or she did something that was dishonest. Okay, so my last point, and something that I really want you to remember, is that you don't have to fit into a box. So our brain tends to like to hold on to these lines and definitions of things. And when we hold on to them too strong, it prevents us from being able to change or accept change, or it prevents us from wanting to explore the different aspects of ourselves and being curious about the world. And I want you to be able to understand that you can hold conflicting and contrasting beliefs within yourselves, and that you don't have to stick so hardly to something once you once you have that belief. What was this? There is this one quote that said something like, strong beliefs loosely held, right? And to me that means that, you have your beliefs, and those are very important, don't get me wrong, but it's also important to update your software, right? Because we're constantly learning new things about the world. We're constantly learning new things about the world. And when we get new information, we're going through like a software update, like computers do. One of the most important things that someone once said to me is that it's okay to change your mind. So just because you had this one belief before, and once you learn new information, you want to update your belief, that's totally fine. And just know that it's okay to not fit in that box that maybe you once put yourself in, or maybe that people have put you in. It's okay, because two contrasting things could be true. You could have once believed something and now you don't believe it anymore. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this little thought exploration with me. Thank you for listening and watching this video. And let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on this? And how has understanding this statement of both can be true helped you? Let me know. All right, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a good one. Bye. Guys, I forgot. I finally got a mic and I'm so happy because I know I tend to talk super softly, and I know having a mic probably is really going to help with the audio quality of my videos. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.